Conference Championship game, and the Florida Atlantic Owls want to be there as well. There's a lot of new faces in this program, including a new face at the helm. Leanne Freeland was hired in April to lead the Owls after 13 seasons at Nova Southeastern. There she led her program to the NCAA tournament 8 times. Coach Freeland has built championship-caliber programs at all of her previous stops, and Florida Atlantic hopes she can do the same in Boca. There's also 8 newcomers on the Owls roster who are all transfers. There's not a single freshman on the Florida Atlantic squad. We have Coach Freeland, Aaron Rodgers, and Destiny Jackson with us now. Coach, first of all, welcome. And this is your first time in 13 years that you're in a new space. So for you, what has that been like?
Well, it's been really exciting and challenging at the same time. It's really exciting that we haven't had to move yet. My husband and I are still in Davie, Florida, so we haven't made that transition. But the challenge has been fantastic. The players have been amazing, and excited about the new chapter.
What do you think that you can help bring from the success that you had getting to that postseason? What was that common thread that you're like, this has to go into this program?
I believe it's just the championship mindset and understanding there's always more to give, and making sure that, you know, we're building every day for something special. One goal we had every single year was the NCAAs. We were able to do that most seasons, and even though we were preseason 13, you know, that's the kind of mindset we want to adopt right now.
What is exactly the style of your play? What can we look forward to seeing from the Owls this year?
We want to go fast, so we want to play fast. I would love to play all 11, so I do believe strongly in using your entire bench. We're very much in the skill development, so we want to knock down a lot of threes, finish every layup, and make every free throw. The players have been working really hard all summer at developing those skills, and they've improved significantly. But it's very much a team style of play, and we rely on each other to be successful.
Destiny and Aaron, when Coach says that championship mindset, what does that look like from a player's perspective? What are some of the things that you're doing like every day to embody that championship mindset?
I would say just all buying in and going hard in practice, playing with a high level of intensity, and just competing against each other.
Yeah, really, holding each other accountable just from a teammate's point of view, making sure we're going hard if you see somebody slacking, really just bringing them some energy and trying to get them back to make sure everybody's on the same level. We're all bringing the same intensity.
That's a hard thing to do as players, to bring your best, and even when you don't have your best, try to really just inspire your teammates to get back up so everybody is trying as hard as they can. We had talked earlier about the preseason polls, and as a player, I always love to get picked lower, and finish higher and be like, I told y'all. How do you guys feel when you saw those come out? What was going through your mind?
I think it just adds fuel to the fire. Honestly, just like lights that ignition under us, and just like, we're picked last, but like, let's show them like we should be higher.
Right, and really when you're last, now all you can do is prove people wrong. Like, it just, like she said, it brings ignition, fuel. Now it makes me want to prove everybody wrong. Like, come out there and give everybody my all, and beat some teams.
Coach, what was your reaction?
I expected it, to be honest. I mean, I think, that's where FA was last season. So with the change and new players and the whole league, there's so many different players and styles of play. You just never know where the parity exists is so strong in the American. But I love our team. I think we've got a really great chemistry early, and I think we can win with that. So I'm excited to get on the court.
For you, coming to a new program and then also trying to manage newcomers and different things like that, how was that process for you, and how did you approach it?
That's a great question. So the first thing, when I took the job in April, I had a chance to meet with some of the players, and Erin was one of those players. And honestly, her spirit, her fire, I knew immediately. I walked out of that room and said, she's the one we have to make sure that we keep out of the portal. She is the program player. So she's been vital. So we have 3 players return from the previous staff, Aaron, TT, and Z, and the 3 of them have been really instrumental in buying in quickly, and then with the 8 newcomers, helping them find their way at Florida Atlantic, and then helping us build the program the right way.
Aaron, you played 12 games right before you got injured last season, but you were able to get on the American Freshman of the Week list 3 times, so that says something. Like, you came in firing away. Tell us a little bit about your rehab process and where you're at with your game, just kind of how you spent your off season.
It's definitely a difficult journey, but I feel like it's made me a lot stronger, both physically and especially mentally. I've just been building, working, making sure I'm in the weight room, I'm getting stronger, I'm going to PT, I'm still making sure I'm rehabbing even when I feel great. And I'm just really excited, really looking forward to this season to be back on the court, out with my teammates, and we just have such great chemistry. I'm ready to see it when we're playing against our opponents.
Yeah.
And Destiny, you're familiar with the American. You're at a different program this year. So for you, what was it about Florida Atlantic that made you say, this is where I want to be?
When I came on my visit, I just felt like everything was very genuine. I got to sit down with the coaches and talk about, like what it looked like for me coming here. And I just felt like the vibe was good. I felt the connection.
You also have NCAA tournament experience with Wright State, and just knowing that you've taken a part of that, from your team, the championship feel, that vibe.
Yeah.
What are you seeing from there and that experience that you can say, that I guess can really help your team both get to the tournament and then, make that magical run like ECU did?
Yeah, I think for us it would just be still continuing to work hard on the court, have that communication, and then just continuing to push each other so we can make that run.
I also want to know how long you guys going to wear these white travel suits, because
I
those are
know.
clean.
Aren't they fabulous?
They're amazing. Everybody's like,
amazing.
no coffee, no lunch until we get through these
Right.
interviews. Absolutely not.
Coach Peters on our staff will be very happy that you said that, because she orders all of our gear and she loves our gear, but they do look so nice.
She
don't
did
they?
right, yes.
I don't know how long it would take you, but it would be about 5 minutes before I drop coffee on my way.
Coffee over here like
yeah,
this,
literally,
right?
like we're chugging it over here. Like me wearing white pants for this was like a big deal. I'm surprised that I've made it this far. So kudos to you. We'll check back in the postseason to see if they're all as white. But I have faith in you. I think they can do
I think
a
so.
much
That's
better,
okay.
a much better job than I can. Coach, talking about the postseason and all the success that you've had with former teams. I know Brooke asked about the one common thread, but what do you see in your team now that is similar to some of those teams that you think can help you find your way to the postseason?
Again, I think two things. Number one is they're hungry. They're excited to learn. They're excited to grow. They're excited to implement our system. And I would just say the overall team chemistry as well. I think our coaching staff is fantastic. I'll give myself some kudos because our staff is second to none. Love our coaches, but our players have really connected with each other very, very quickly, and I believe they trust our staff, and trust is everything in this game, and I've seen a lot of really great things early, so pretty fired up.
Wondering if you guys had a chance to kind of watch the WNBA this season and just take some inspiration from it. Is there a player or a moment in time that you're like, yeah, that's I relate to that, or I want to bring that into my game?
I would kind of say, really just looking at the Aces, they were at, 500 at the All-Star break, and they won the championship. So it's little things like that where, your ranking before doesn't reflect what your capabilities are at the end of the season.
Well said.
I think you hit it.
She mic dropped it right there.
Right,
So
right.
Florida Atlantic is bringing Aces energy to the American this year.
Yeah, for
That's
sure.
the plan.
All
That's the
right.
plan.
I love it. Ladies, thank you so much for joining us here.
Thank you so much.